Let's be real. When the playoffs roll around, there's one name that instantly changes the vibe of any game. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, come on. How many quarterbacks have you seen make the impossible look routine in the postseason? This guy doesn't just play the game, he bends it to his will. No matter what the odds say, no matter how beat up the roster might be, Mahomes turns pressure into fuel. He's not just talented, he's different. He's wired in a way that very few athletes are. When other quarterbacks tense up, Mahomes seems to get calmer, cooler, sharper, whether it's an off-balance throw, a broken play turned into magic, or a 3rd and 18 he somehow converts. You just know he's gonna find a way. And fans feel it too. That sense of calm when the Chiefs are down late. That belief that as long as number 15 is on the field, the game ain't over. That's the Mahomes effect. Just think about this. Since becoming the full-time starter in 2018, Mahomes has never not made it to at least the AFC Championship game. That's 6 straight appearances in the Final Four. 6 in a row. That's not a coincidence. That's a legacy in the making. He's the guy defensive coordinators lose sleep over. The guy who gives every fan in Arrowhead or watching from home hope, no matter the situation. So let me ask you this. What's your favorite Mahomes playoff moment? I want to hear it. Was it the 13 seconds miracle against Buffalo? That comeback against the Texans? Or maybe something even deeper like that Super Bowl LV8 drive where he put the team on his back again? Drop it in the comments. I'm reading them all. And if you're already reliving those iconic plays in your head, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're on a mission to hit 5,000 Chiefs fans, and if you love this team like I do, you're part of the family. All right, so we talked about Mahomes, but let's zoom out a bit. Because this isn't just about one guy. This is about a team that's become a machine when it comes to the postseason. Think about it. How many franchises can say they've hosted 6 straight AFC Championship games? That's Dynasty-level consistency. And every year, when the calendar flips to January, you just know the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the conversation. Not as a surprise team, not as an underdog, but as the squad everyone else is trying to knock off. And what really stands out? It's not just flashy wins. It's the way this team fights through adversity. Down 24-0 to the Texans in 2020, came back and dominated. Down 10 in the 4th quarter of Super Bowl Live? No problem. Mahomes and company flipped the switch and the rest is history. That's what separates the Chiefs from the pack. It's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless. Even when the offense struggles, the defense tightens up. When injuries hit, new guys step up. It's like this team has playoff DNA baked in. The moment gets big and the Chiefs get bigger. And let me throw this out. There. Do you trust the Chiefs more than any other team in the AFC come playoff time? Yes or no? Drop it in the comments. Be honest. Because when I look around the league, yeah, there are contenders. There are strong rosters. But very few of them have the track record to back it up the way Kansas City does. We're talking multiple Super Bowl runs, epic comebacks, and one of the most battle-tested coaching staffs in the league. This isn't luck. This is what dominance looks like over time. If you're feeling that pride as a fan, hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. We're building the loudest Chiefs community on YouTube, and I want you in it. Let's give credit where it's due. Andy Reid is not just along for the ride. He's the one driving this thing. When you think about the Chiefs' playoff dominance, Mahomes is obviously the face. But behind the scenes, it's Reid, calling the shots, designing the plays, and keeping this team laser-focused when it matters most. And here's the thing. Reid's not just a great coach. He's a mastermind, especially in January. This guy has been coaching in the NFL longer than some of his players have been alive. He's seen every defensive scheme, every trend, every wrinkle you can imagine, and he always has a counter. Whether it's motion confusion, creative screen passes, or dialing up that perfect play in crunch time, Reid is always thinking 2 steps ahead. And what separates him from a lot of other coaches? Trust. He trusts Mahomes. He trusts his offensive line. He trusts the next man up. And that culture of trust is what lets this offense stay unpredictable, even in the playoffs when defenses are throwing everything at them. Let's not forget, this is the same coach who took the Eagles to 4 straight NFC championship games back in the day. He's always been good, but pairing him with Mahomes, that turned him into a legend. And as fans, we're lucky, because not every team has that steady hand on the sideline when the pressure ramps up. So let me ask you, if you could choose one coach to call a game with the season on the line, is it Andy Reid, or is there anyone else you'd take over him? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear from you. And hey, if you appreciate what Coach Reid has done for this franchise, tap that like button. And if you love the chess match of playoff football, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button. We're pushing toward 5K, and we need every Chiefs fan locked in. You know what makes the Chiefs different? It's not just the talent. It's not just the coaching. It's the culture, the brotherhood, the belief. Look at any great dynasty in NFL history, and you'll find the same thing. A locker room that's bought in. Guys who trust each other, who hold each other accountable, who don't fold when things get tough. And that's exactly what this Kansas City team has built. From veterans like Travis Kelce, who's still out there playing like he's 25, to rising stars like Nick Bolton, Trent McDuffie, and the new wave of contributors, there's a sense of purpose that runs deep through this team. Nobody's just out there collecting checks. They're chasing greatness. And it's not just the stars either. It's the depth guys, the ones who step up when the spotlight hits. How many times have we seen someone unexpected make a massive play in a playoff game for the Chiefs? It's not luck. It's preparation. It's coaching. And it's the standard that's been set. One of the biggest signs of a strong culture? No panic. You never see this team melt down. They could be down 2 scores dealing with injuries or facing a hostile crowd. It doesn't matter. They lock in. They respond. That comes from leadership, sure, but it also comes from the way this team has been built. Smart front office decisions, players who buy into the system, coaches who empower guys to be their best. This isn't just a football team, it's a tight-knit, battle-tested unit. So here's a quick one for you. Do you think the Chiefs have the strongest locker room culture in the NFL right now? Vote yes or no in the comments. And hey, if you believe that chemistry matters just as much as talent, then you know why this team keeps winning. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. Let's keep building this community together. All right? Now let's bring it all home. Because even after all the success, all the Super Bowls, and all the changes, there's still one big reason you never bet against the Chiefs. So after everything we've covered, Mahomes' magic, the playoff pedigree, Reid's genius, the locker room culture, there's really only one thing left to say. You still can't bet against the Chiefs. Not now, not in 2025, not as long as this core is intact. Let's be honest. Every offseason, the media loves to ask if the window is closing. Are they still the favorites? Is the dynasty fading? And yet, every year, the answer is the same. They're right back in the mix. They're right back in January, making plays, flipping scripts, and leaving analysts scrambling for new takes. Look at last season. Injuries? Yep. Offensive struggles? For sure. A young, evolving defense? Absolutely. And what happened? They won another Super Bowl. Because that's what great teams do. Even with turnover, even with new faces in key spots. This team adapts. They evolve. Mahomes finds new chemistry. Reid adds new wrinkles. And the defense, led by Spags, just keeps getting better. That's the thing about Kansas City right now. They're not just surviving the NFL's parity era, they're thriving in it. And that's why I'll say it again. You don't bet against them. So here's the final question. Do you think the Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl this season? Yes or no? I want to see your vote in the comments. And while you're at it, what's your prediction for how this year plays out? Drop your playoff bracket, your bold takes, your MVP picks. I'll be in the comments responding to as many as I can. And look, if you've made it this far in the video, you're not just a casual fan. You're part of the core. You're part of Total Chiefs News. So make it official. Hit that subscribe button, help us reach our 5,000 subscriber goal, and lock in with us all season long. Because one thing's for sure, this team isn't done, not even close.